Are you guys ready to watch anime greatness peak Dragon Ball fan animations? Because if you are, you've come to the right place. Goku and Saitama, which is the first part of this series, because it used to be Goku vs Saitama from Etoile Animations. Now it is Goku and Saitama. This is part 4 of this ongoing story where Goku is facing off against Saitama. Their fight culminates in almost like a draw, and now we are getting the next evolutionary phase of this story, and we're adding just the strongest of the strong when it comes to animated characters. Let's jump in and see exactly what Goku and Saitama Part 4 looks like.
まだ終わらぬ木の葉は落ちるためだけにあるというのか。いずれが重いのだ。過去とは向き合わねばならんのだ。明日を約束された者などおらぬ。風を追え。帰る道を探しておるのよ。待て。我ながらつくづく落ち着かぬ男よ。最後の時までこの道を行くのみ。三連撃か。お主か。己からは逃げられぬぞ。いずれが重いのだ。過去とは向き合わねばならんのだ。だが気は抜くな、この刀。重みを増すばかりよ。破滅への道は意外と近いものよ。眠りか。犯してはならぬ過ちもあるのだぞ。運命は自分で決める。とうの昔に風に消えた。
The animation style that Etoile is just so famous for is on full display here with the character of Blast, the strongest hero from One Punch Man. This guy is holding together these cubes, look like the ones that we saw in Fortnite a few seasons ago, and it seems like we're given two important things right off the bat. Number one, Blast is stuck holding these cubes and securing them, because if he doesn't, they dissipate, then things start breaking through, meaning the rifts in time, space, and between the universes starts eroding, exactly what we saw here in the trailer and now the beginning of this animation, I'm assuming, where Goku and Vegeta and Saitama are attacked by Superman and Hulk. And the second thing that we're given is that Saitama versus Goku, their energy on that display is what destroyed and is a complete turbulence to these cubes in the first place. This fight is so epic in its scale and proportion that it's making rifts in time-space, which is something that is not uncommon for Dragon Ball whatsoever, because we've seen it so many different times, not only in Dragon Ball Super, but also Dragon Ball Z.
見事だ、孫悟空。
ものすごく強い奴らと戦うっちゅうのに。
良いな。敵は想像以上に強力な悪人たちだ。一瞬の油断も許されんぞ。軽いだけではないぞ。素晴らしく丈夫な布で作ってある。少しぐらいの攻撃など跳ね返す。こ知れぬ強さを持ったやつじゃ。しかも心は水晶よりも透き通っておる。あんなやつが下界におったとはのう。何度もくどく言うようじゃがな。
おめえはよ、自分の強さに自信がありすぎるんだ。ほら、おめえみてえに非常に徹するなんてどうやったってできねえ。まあ仕方ねえか。ん？ベジータ。ベジータ、最後グーから人差し指を伸ばすんだぞ。
一つだけでも手に入れておくのが先決だ。
触れてるみんな、ベジータ。
This is obviously the portion of the animation that was put into the trailer. So a lot of this we've seen before, besides a few little things here, knowing now that this rift is coming from the effects of Goku and Saitama's battle breaking. Blast is trying to hold everything together, and I believe a few of them broke, so there could be multiple rifts considering how many black squares he's got, meaning different characters from different universes could be filtering into this one, and this could end up being like War World, a free-for-all with the strongest characters in all existence. But I do like how Hulk attacks Vegeta, and Vegeta, in my opinion, this would be real too. I think that this is exactly how Vegeta would have reacted. It seems like he's genuinely like, what the fuck? Like, he's scared. Not scared like he's scared and trying to hide or anything like that. He's like startled, almost like, whoa, what is this green monster? Like, why is he attacking me? What the hell? Like, calm the fuck down. And so Vegeta's reaction to seeing the Hulk is honestly based, but Goku, his reaction to seeing Superman and being attacked by Superman is even more based, because Goku is 100% serious when he sees Superman. He's like, yeah, I may have to go into my top form here. And I'm honestly excited to see what form Goku starts out with to fight off Superman, if he's fighting off Superman next, because that'll show us where Goku thinks Superman is in terms of ability and strength.
おめえ、一体どういう風の吹き回しだ?
I must protect the Earth.
そうはさせねえけど、とことんやりてえってことか。
I must eliminate the enemy. Prepare to die.
ではもう一発違う車両サービスしてやる。
レベルそのもんが上がったんだ。オラたちは死ななきゃいいんだろ。
いや、お前が蛇の道を通って帰る時間を計算に入れてませんでした。
ベジータはオラと戦う約束をしたんだ。
間抜けめ、この俺は絶えず実戦で戦っていたんだ。
よく頑張ったな。
宇宙人でもな。ふん、何が瞬間移動だ。超スピードのごまかしだ。
何言ってんだ。早速やってみる。ちょっと静かにしてくれ。
この俺が終わらせてやる。なんだ。
Ain't no way Goku talks English. And Goku, Vegeta, and Saitama, they talk Japanese, but yet Goku still understands English. Like, he understands what Superman says. Really, honestly, it's a good touch. I like it. It caught me off guard. That's kind of why I had to stop it here, but that was funny. I like that. That's cool. That's a good little addition. So after a decisive game of rock, leaf, scissors, Goku loses, and Vegeta is the one that has to face off against Superman. And King Kai, he's a true one. He's real, and I like that he is basically commenting, mentoring, advising Goku through his telepathic connection. I miss that. We need more of that. Hopefully they bring it back in Dragon Ball Super's manga at some point. But I feel like what Goku really wanted to tell Vegeta, after Vegeta's like, why do you always get to fight the strong ones? is that because I always can defeat the strong ones, because every time Vegeta faces off against one of the strong ones, quote unquote strong ones, he always gets capped right away, and he is a fodder stepping stone for Goku. So might as well just cut the middleman out, but I guess at this point Vegeta's the one that attacks him, and he even does the worst thing possible and goes into Super Saiyan that cannot harm Superman whatsoever. I think this is more due to the fact that Superman doesn't have ki like traditionally, so maybe it's hard to gauge how strong he actually is, or maybe he's just a zero until he attacks. Once he attacks, you can actually feel his strength.
You won't escape me.
なんだ
After Vegeta hits him with the Scatter Shot Express, one of my favorite moves from Budokai Tenkaichi, but one that ultimately misses everything before you actually hit him with one final blow, which still doesn't do much, Superman is able to use some sort of shielding to stop it, which is something that I didn't know Superman could do 100%. So, I mean, Superman fans, DC fans, let me know in the comments below, because at this point, I'm just taking the word from the video on that's what he can do. And we also got confirmation that it's not about them not being able to gauge Superman's strength, it's that Vegeta is underestimating Superman, as he always does with every single character. I know Saitama ain't going out like that. There's no way he's going out like that. Hulk was just throwing him around like a sack of potatoes. He was having his way with him. He was playing with him like he was a G.I. Joe. He had him in his hand. And I really don't know what the answer to this question is, whether Saitama beats Hulk or Hulk beats Saitama, I'll be honest, I never really geared Hulk to be in that same wavelength as anybody else, like, say, Goku, Vegeta, Superman, Saitama, any of them in that ranking. I just never thought the Hulk was that strong, so I never asked the question who would be able to win in a fight, Saitama versus Hulk. In this instance, it looks like Hulk is kind of whooping Saitama, but Saitama's barely moving, and even at the end, he's kind of like in a comical stance. So to me, it probably means that Saitama's just gonna kind of like get out of that hole, brush the dirt off, and then he's going to attack the Hulk. And if I really had to be honest, I think Hulk is probably the weakest one out of this whole roster. If there's somebody that's going to come later from Marvel that is probably a lot stronger and probably has a better chance against these characters, it'll probably be more than likely Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, or even just Thor. I think those characters, it would be a far closer fight to watch than Hulk versus any of these guys.
見事だ孫悟空。軽いだけではないぞ。素晴らしく丈夫な布で作ってある。少しぐらいの攻撃など跳ね返す。さっきのシャレは最高だったと思わんか。
ものすごく強い奴らと戦うっちゅうのに、まだおめえは力の全部を出し切ってねえぞ。
わしの背中に片腕をつけてな。いや、な、お前が蛇の道を通って帰る時間を計算に入れてませんでした。
もしかしておめえも精神と時の部屋に入ったんか？
こ知れぬ強さを持ったやつじゃ。しかも心は水晶よりも透き通っておる。あんなやつが下界におったとはの。
まだおめえは力の全部を出し切ってねえぞ。
こんなことがあってたまるか。
ベジータ！
言ったはずだ、カカロット。
オラの隙を伺ってねえか？
この自分でさえ驚くような上達ぶりだぜ。地球での戦闘はまさに無駄ではなかったようだな。
俺の目的はカカロットだけだ。他の奴らなどどうでもいい。
オラには鼻くそをほじる力も。ベジータはオラと戦う約束をしたんだ。
怒ったぞ。こんなものか。ダダダダダダダ。それ。なめるな。いや
My Saiyan pride, he even says it himself that he underestimated Superman. He went in on Superman with Super Saiyan. Even if you think overall Superman loses to Goku or the Saiyans, it is not even close to put a Super Saiyan transformation versus just the Man of Steel himself and his normal everyday, because Superman is just so much stronger than anything that isn't a Super Saiyan God form. So I'm glad that Vegeta kind of lifts himself back up, goes into Super Saiyan God and takes this stuff seriously, because he got his ass whooped by that laser beam to the face. But yeah, I think that this is going to be definitely a learning lesson for someone like Vegeta, and Goku doesn't always have to come in and save the day. Even though he wants to, he doesn't have to, and Vegeta attacking Goku to tell him to back the fuck off, I think that's just brand on with Vegeta. Vegeta wasn't in any of the last videos, but it's Wallach, you did Vegeta justice here. You're doing him and his mannerisms, the way he talks, and his mindset, you're doing all that justice. Let's just get this straight. Saitama is losing to the Hulk. I'm hoping that everybody understands that. Okay, so now that we're saying and we're giving the Hulk this level of power, I think it's safe to say that the Hulk could probably take down Goku just as quickly. Remember, Goku and Saitama, they both were basically at a tie in that 3-part series. So in this, yeah, it means that he could have a good chance of winning against Goku, at least beating him. But it could be a possibility that Saitama's just caught so off guard that he's basically kind of out of commission mentally. Like maybe he's knocked out, or maybe he's just, I don't know, maybe this is happening so fast he can't react to it. And the Hulk having all this speed is kind of like something to level the playing field, since he can't really fly. But yeah, it doesn't look good for Saitama. Saitama's getting his ass rocked right now.
重みを増すばかりよ。破滅への道は意外と近いものよ。帰る道を探しておるのよ。我ながらつくづく落ち着かぬ男よ。最後の時までこの道を行くのみ。
ジレンと協力か。今は大丈夫みてえだな。ブロリーのせいで目の前の相手に集中できねえぞ。
風よ。
頼む、来てくれ。てえな、ビックソが裏かけやがって。
冷てえな。誰に学んだこやつの風術。
任せろ。頼む、ダメ押しだ。
そして二日酔いだ。滑稽な言葉だ。過去に縛られず。
Now, the next thing is, I like how Blast comes in, catching the black holes or the rifts like Pokemon. Like he just threw a Pokeball at it and caught it. I like that. And so it looks like that's probably going to be the story for this arc, at least, is that Goku, Saitama, Vegeta are going to have to help Blast catch these black holes and send these guys back through them. Basically, we have a Spider-Man No Way Home situation going on right now.
Deも手合わせって言ってもガチじゃないんだろ。もう片付いたのか。アクション！
なんてやつだ。
Bro, it's all like you had us going there. I honestly, you guys heard me. I'm watching this as I'm recording this. Twilight, you made me believe that Hulk was on Goku and Saitama's level. Oh my god, I knew that was like, there's something fishy here. Maybe you're rewriting your own rules. You're trying to make your own stuff into story because you're trying to fit all these characters together, because fitting these characters together is probably the hardest part about doing a story like this. And so I'm like, maybe you're trying to fit them in here and make someone have their moment, but it looks like Saitama just didn't care enough to protect himself, because he knows that, I knew it was off, he knows that he can be hurt, and he knows that the Hulk's not that strong. He's just fun to play with. And so with one sneeze, Saitama not only knocked back the Hulk, but also knocked the box into Goku, creating an evil Goku situation here. And I'm hoping that in this situation we get Goku versus Blast as opposed to Saitama versus Goku, which we already got. But I don't know, man, the future of this sort of story, if we're gonna get characters from different universes, is really fun to think about. I mean, anybody else thinking Omni-Man, Homelander? There's so many different characters that could be added into this, like Naruto. I can't wait to see the future of this. And Twilight, you blew it out of the park again. 10 out of 10. Must watch again. Should watch again. This is awesome.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.